Hi, I'm trying this again. I don't know what is going on, but like something is happening with the connection. But here I am. If you see me, if you hear me, just say hi, hello, and just, type in the comments. What's up, Remy? How you doing? Let's talk some fun stuff today. Let's talk about music. Let's talk about worship. Let's do some fun things that, I never really talk about music, but music has been such a huge part of my life growing up. That's really all we did in church, sang and just worshipped all the time. But we'll get to that later. But I want you guys to, talk to me this time. This time I need you to ask me questions and I need to answer, and as much as possible, of course. And I'm going to ask you questions and I want you to answer, because I want this to be more of like a, back and forth kind of thing about what you listen to every day. This is something that is huge, and I think not a whole lot of people think about. But today, as just a day went by, I was thinking about it, and I was thinking about how huge music is to me, and basically to everyone. Because if you think about it, the radio is always on in your car, your TV is always on, there's always some sort of like music or something going on in your ear. Like there's always something going, you know what I'm saying? Like you're always listening to something. And I think music is huge for everybody, and especially to me. So I'm going to talk about music in general and worshiping. So there's two separate things, because a lot of people think that worship is just music, that you just like stand there like, yeah, and we just sing. There's a huge difference, especially to me. I think worshiping, I don't ever take it lightly. I don't think you should take it lightly when you're worshiping. You should take it seriously. And this is something that I'm going to get to in a minute. Because it's so dear to my heart that is like, if I get there, yeah. So let's just leave that for a little bit. But I want you guys to reply, like just answer this question. What kind of music do you listen to every day? So if you just listen to worship music, type, I just listen to worship music all day long, which is me. I listen to worship music all day long. If you listen to some worship, but also listen to, I don't know, country, write that. If you only listen to country, type that. If you listen to hip hop, type that. So I want you guys to just reply, like just write in the comment section what you listen to every day. Bethel music, yes. That's like, that's like flowing rivers of Jesus flowing on you. It's amazing. Bethel music is amazing. If you don't know what Bethel music is, Bethel is a church. It's based in California, I believe, and their music is phenomenal. In fact, we are going to listen to one today. In particular, this one song, not right now, in just a minute, I'm going to share it with you. I'm going to share why I listen to this particular song over and over and over. Not because like the music is cool or anything, it's because the worshiping in it is just, yeah, it's beyond. It speaks to me in just so many different levels. So, I prepared a few things today because I want to talk about it, because I just feel that if you think about it, let's say you're in love with someone, right? You're in love with this person. Let's say for a girl, she's in love with a guy, right? For some reason, when we're in love, we listen to love music, right? And the opposite is true. If we are not in love and we're like we're breaking up with someone or whatever, or we're in a bad relationship, we immediately turn on like this hate music. Not hate per se, but it's like, oh, I hate you, and it's like sad music. It's, you listen to sad music when you're breaking up, and you're listening to love music when you're in love with someone. And to me, I feel that music is such a huge inspiration, and for everything. When it just alters your mood. So when you're in love, you listen to love music, and immediately you're in this like love atmosphere. And if you are not in love with someone, or you're going through tough times, you're listening to this like, I don't know, sad music per se, and immediately you're in this sad mood, and it changes the atmosphere, and everything around you becomes sad, and you immediately just start crying, right? Am I alone in this? Somebody's give me something like you know, hearts, yes, whatever, because that was me when I was listening to how do we call this, like secular music. My mood would be altered. Like if the song that's on the radio is cool, I'm like, yay, cool song, nice. And if it's a sad song, I'm like, sad. And then your brain starts to immediately go to like the things that happened during the day that were bad, or the bad relationships, or the bad breakups, and this and that. And your brain is going all over the place trying to match the song you're listening to. Correct? Am I correct? Because I think I am. And it just, music alters your mood in a way that we don't think about. So I remember clearly a few years ago, I want to say 7 years ago or so, that the radio was on, and I was just listening to whatever music and changed the channel, and K-Love came on. If you don't know what K-Love is, it's a Christian channel that's on radio. And they were doing a 30-day challenge of you only listening to Christian music. For 30 days, listen to Christian music only. And if you like it, continue. If you don't, you don't have to. And it's not like you don't pay or anything. You just listen to it. So I was like, you know what? It won't hurt. So I started listening, and a 30-day went by like this. And I was like, wow, this music does not alter my mood, but it just brings me into this peace and this just beautiful atmosphere that is unchanging, that is not, it doesn't get altered by my environment or my emotions. It's just a peaceful state at all times. Like when the radio's on K-Love, I'm just wowed. Wow. It's like God is speaking through the songs, and God is speaking messages through the word and through the music. And I'm not swaying anymore. I'm not going positive and negative and positive and negative and up and down and up and down. I'm just constant peace, constant happiness. And I don't know if this ever happened to you, but I just feel that music is huge. And whatever you listen to will really, really speak to you. And you have to be careful what you're listening to every day, all day, because these are messages. And whether you're getting a message of hope and love, or you're getting a message of hate, it will alter your mood, and it will shift it. And it will make you think of different things that you don't even want to think about. But all of a sudden you're like, oh, I'm going to think about this now, because this song is talking about this sad thing that happened. Let's just think about sad things to match the thing, to match the mood. And this is not a fun way to live. Let's just say that. It's just not fun. And another thing I want to say is worshiping. Let's talk about worshiping for a little bit. When you're in a church, or even at your house, and you're like, you know what, I just want to worship. I just want to praise you, Jesus. I want to praise. What do? Do you just stand there and just like say whatever, just a couple words, or do you really get in the presence and really, really worship Jesus? What is the word worship? What is worship? Worshiping is to show love to God. Like you're showing your love. So if you have this like love relationship with Jesus, and you're worshiping, you're saying, I just love you. I just love you. I just want to just stand here and just adore you. I love you. And this is what worshiping is, to just love on Jesus. And sometimes I get frustrated because I watch people worship in church, but I don't feel anything from them. Like I don't feel like they're loving Jesus. I just feel that they're singing. And that's not really, I don't know, I don't think that's right. I just think when you're in that presence, you really need to feel what you're listening to and what you're hearing. And another thing is, and that's why I want to play this song. It's called Never Once. And I think it's by Jeremy Riddle, but Stephanie Gritzinger is the one that sings it, Bethel Church. And this particular song speaks to me on so many different levels, and that's why I listen to it basically all day long, because I relate to it on so many different levels. And the words are phenomenal, and just the way she worships, the way she sings the song is true worship to me. That is true worship. So I'm going to put it on. It's going to be in the background a little bit, and I'm going to just try to sing with it. I don't know the words per se, but like, it's so beautiful. And hopefully you can still hear it. Tell me if you hear it. Tell me if you can hear the music a little bit in the background. Can you hear it? So far expressing sorrow is still worship. Sorrow in what way? Rachel, I'm reading your question. She's saying, do you think expressing sorrow is still worship? I really believe when you're worshiping, I sometimes cry when I'm worshiping, and it's because I'm in awe of Jesus and what he's doing in my life. I'm in awe of him, and tears will be flowing because I can't believe what he's doing. He moves mountains for me. He literally moves mountains for me. Constant moves of God. And I feel like if you're in his presence every day, this is huge, by the way. If you're in his presence every day, if you're committing your day to him every single morning you're waking up and you're committing to him, no matter what happens, you're committing to Jesus. You're saying, I commit this day to you. Regardless of what happens, it's yours. And please help me walk through it. Having your eyes, having your sight, having your spirit. I just want to walk through life today with your spirit in me. And I'm going to do this with you. And only with you. Not with anybody else. This is when I started feeling and hearing God and seeing God in miraculous ways. And when that happens to you, your worship shifts, your singing shifts, everything shifts, because now you're worshiping from a place of experience. You're not just worshiping. It's not words anymore. Like when she says, never once did we ever walk alone. I can cry right now. I have never walked alone since he walked in my life. I have never walked alone. And that speaks volumes to me. So when she's worshiping and when she's singing that sentence, never once have I ever walked alone, I feel every single letter of that, it hits my heart. It hits me. And when she's saying, I'm kneeling on this battleground, seeing just how much you've done, God, like that is so what happens with me every single day. That's just what happens. That's just me. That's my life. And this is what I'm talking about. When you're worshiping and when you're with God every single day, you're worshiping from a place of experience with God. You have experienced him, and therefore you're worshiping from what he have done to you, what he's still doing every day. Every day he's doing miracles. Every day he's doing things, and therefore you're worshiping from a place of experience. You're no longer saying, let's say I don't walk with Jesus. Let's say I'm just like a singer, right? Like I'm just have a cool voice and let's just express my voice because I'm cool like that. And I'm saying never once did I ever walk alone. When I'm saying it, when I never experienced God, is going to sound and feel completely different than when I'm saying it, what I have really experienced him, where I have really walked with him and he have walked alongside of me and I have seen him do miracles for me. That is a whole different story. And you're saying, can you express limit in worship? Well, I guess you can. Yes, you can definitely express that if you want. That's, again, it goes back to what you have experienced with God. And you can tell if someone has experienced the words or just saying the words. It's just, like this is the song. This song, Never Once, if you've listened to the songs and the words, you will understand what I'm talking about. When she's saying every step, I am breathing in your, just, it's insane. It's insane. If you listen to it, it's amazing. I'm breathing, listen to this. God, you are faithful. You are faithful, God, you are faithful. She's just saying like how God is so faithful to us, how he walks with us in every single day. He walks with us every single day. And this is what I'm talking about. This is just, if you watch her, and I would love for you to watch her on YouTube, she gives me chills every time I listen to her. How much you've done for me. It's amazing. It's nice to know. Yeah, it's Kim Walker. Well, no, this is not Kim Walker singing, but Kim Walker is awesome too. This is Stephanie Reisinger. Here, I have to show you guys because she's amazing. Her. Look at the way she's worshiping. You can tell this woman have experienced Jesus. Can you tell? She has experienced him. She is constant relationship. This is constant worshiping. This is that's what I'm talking about. This is in constant peace with Jesus. And when you have that in your heart, worshiping is on your tongue at all times, just worshiping. And I have a couple scriptures that I want to share with you guys. John 4:24 says, God is spirit, and those who worship him must worship in spirit and truth. So when you are worshiping, you have to be in constant spirit and truth. You can't just sing. It's not a song. We're not like doing a number here. The worship time is 10 minutes. Let's worship for 10 minutes and we gotta stop because like this is what we're supposed to do. No, this is not what we're talking. We're talking about true. We are using our voices to honor God in everything that we're doing. That's what we're doing. That's what we're talking about. And that's huge. Like you have to understand what the difference is. And Philippians 3:3 is talking about we worship by the Spirit of God. That means that the true worship comes only from those who have been saved by faith and have the Holy Spirit living in their hearts. That is true worship. That is true worship. So if you don't have the Spirit of God living in you and you have not been saved by faith, you're just singing. You're just singing. So your hearts will go up and down. You're shifting moods. You won't really worship. You will not drop down on your knees because you have not experienced Jesus. You are just singing. You're just repeating words. You're like, every day I'm saved by your grace. And you haven't been saved by his grace. You haven't been touched by his words. You haven't been touched by the Spirit. How are you going to worship? So examine your heart every day. Examine your heart. Examine your motives. Examine what you're doing. And if you're up there worshiping and you're actually gonna do the worship thing and you're gonna be a worship leader or whatever it is that you're gonna do, know what you're doing and the responsibility that you have, because that's a huge responsibility. And worship, that means you're giving an offering. That is your offering to God. You're not just up there singing some songs with tunes and like playing the guitar. You are giving an offering to Jesus on that stage or anywhere in your kitchen when you're singing, because that's what I do a lot. I sing in my kitchen and I start crying. I drop my knees. I just worship Jesus, because worshiping just another form of prayer basically, but it is the best type that he loves. He loves worshiping because it just comes from the heart and it is beautiful. It's beautiful. Who doesn't like music? Jesus loves music. Let me tell you, he loves music. He enjoys it. He loves it. And then Hebrews 12:28-29 says, therefore, since we are receiving a kingdom that cannot be shaken, let us be thankful and so worship God acceptably. Worship God acceptably with reverence and awe. Reverence also means glory and adoration. So you don't just stand there and just say some songs like yeah, Jesus, we love you. No, you have to be acceptable in your worshiping. And by being acceptable, meaning you are feeling these words are speaking to you, and you are you're truly worshiping God. You're truly worshiping the King of Kings. And that's what you have to do. And to me, this is a dear to my heart kind of subject, and I wanted to touch on it because it is huge, and a lot of people out there just take it lightly, and it's not cool. So I just want to remind you that singing and worshiping is totally different, and you need to do it daily. Worshiping needs to be done daily, and it's not something that is a burden. I literally stand there and worship Jesus because of what he have done for me and still doing in my life every single day. He does things that I'm just like, did you really just do that for me? Like, I just prayed about this morning. Did you really just do that for me? The things that it never crosses your mind. The things that never cross your mind, you're like, wow, you just did that for me? Like, it's amazing. It's amazing. It's just amazing what he does. But don't ever take it lightly. Prayer and worshiping, they're basically the same thing. One with music and one without. And you just gotta be in awe of Jesus at all times. And when he touches your heart and that spirit is in you, your worship life changes. Your worship life changes. And yesterday I had an experience where I was singing this one song, this particular song, and there was a line in it that says, when heaven touches earth. And this song was just amazing. Oh my gosh, it was so beautiful. And we're singing this song, and I was just singing and praying, and the Holy Spirit was just on fire. And all of a sudden it was sunny out, and next thing you know, it is not sunny anymore, and just thunder and lightning in the middle of the day, thunder and lightning, and it's just like, oh my gosh, it's just like crazy. And literally heaven touched earth. And I know that could be a coincidence, but I didn't know that it was going to be rain, and it was not. I didn't know there was going to be a thunderstorm that day, yesterday. And I'm singing this song, and like, when heaven touches earth, and this just, oh my goodness, it was amazing. And then this thunder happening, and it was so cool. But anyways, I know God hears our voices. I know he hears it, and I know he values worship, and I know he values music, and he loves music. So be careful what you listen to every day, every single day. Be careful what you listen to. Be careful what is happening here, because what goes in, it really goes through in your head, and you start thinking about it, and the images happen, and you know, the sad music starts getting you down, and start getting all upset about different things. Then your day was going great, but then this bad song came on, and you start singing with it, and your mood shifts, and it's just a hot mess. So don't do that. I encourage you today to just give K-Love or any worship music on YouTube or anywhere. Just listen to YouTube some good songs and listen to it and see what happens. The presence of God really comes and shifts things for you, and you become this peaceful person. You're at peace with everything, and God speaks through songs. And there's many times where I'm in the car, and you know, the day is going a little odd, and as soon as I just put the radio on, and this one song comes on, and it's just like, wow, what a message from God right this minute. And you know, it just talks about the goodness of God or whatever it was. And it's just many times it happens to me, many times it happens to me, and it just brings you back. Like, it just reels you back. Like, come back again. Don't you worry about things. Don't you get sidetracked now. Come back to me. Let's just go back to this peaceful place. Be in my presence again. And when you're in God's presence, you're just navigating through life with a navigation system. Do you remember the days when we did not have a navigation system? Man, I used to get lost a lot. And that used to be just like before, when I did not have praise music in my heart all the time. I did not have, like, you know, worship music in my car all the time. It used to just be like getting lost here, getting lost there. And now I just feel like my navigation system is on, and I'm on the road, and I'm happy, and everything is cool. And the praise, just worshiping is huge. It's a huge part of my life. I put music on all day long, by the way, all day long. And my kids, they love worship music. All day long they listen to it, and I just catch Lexi and Lini singing worship music and praise music all day long. Yesterday, actually, we were eating dinner, and they just busted out, like, you know, a song from Elevation Worship. It's called When God Moves Mountains. It's a beautiful song by Elevation Worship, and they're singing it, and all of a sudden Lini puts her arm up, and there was a feather here on her arm, and I was like, oh my gosh. And she has like a thing with feathers. She loves feathers, and every time she finds feathers, I say, oh, the angels are around you. And she picks it up, and she was like, oh my gosh, the feathers are around me. And I said, yes, the angels are here. And this is what worship does. This just brings this beautiful, peaceful atmosphere in your house, and your kids are gonna catch on, and they're gonna love it, and it shifts everything, and it's just beautiful. But anyways, I'm gonna read some of your messages here, or your comments. Hopefully I catch all of them. Hopefully, like, yeah, keep asking me questions. Have you sure somebody may come to Jesus? I would love to hear that. I will definitely do a testimony one soon. I will do that for you. Yes, please share this. It will be nice if you share it with people, because honestly, music is huge and everybody just needs to know what kind of music they should listen to, because I wish somebody would be like, listen, there was a channel called K-Love, you should listen to it because it's going to make a difference in your life. So yeah, please share this with everybody you know, because maybe, hey, maybe it will bless someone. I'm reading some things. If you keep asking questions if you have any questions. And I love talking to you guys. This is cool. Da, 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 da. Favorite worship. I love every kind of worship music. I love it. Any good worship channels on YouTube? I listen to Elevation Worship and Bethel Music a lot. If you just go to YouTube and just put Bethel Music or Bethel Church, and it will come up. It's pretty cool. Also, Elevation Worship is awesome. If you even just put worship music on in the top there, a lot will come on, and just like you pick from it, and you'll just go from there. There's really no bad worshiping. You know, it's pretty cool. Worship music is so peaceful. I just have my laptop on all day long and have worship music in my house or in my car, and that just amazing. It's amazing. Love to hear you encourage. I love to hang out with you guys and do these live things. It's amazing. Hellsong is pretty awesome too. Kim Walker is phenomenal. There's so many. There's so many. K-Love is actually on the radio, and you can also get it on the app, the iHeartRadio app, and that's free. So you can just download iHeartRadio, and you can download, just put the app on your phone and get I can't talk anymore. K-Love. Put K-Love on and get it that way, because that's free. So you don't even have to pay anything. What else? I really have been totally obsessed with Elevation Worship. It's so cool. I see you move the mountains. I love that song. It's so cool. Let me see if I can find it for you guys. You'll love it. It's so cool. Anybody else have any questions for me before I go? Does your husband love worship music too? Yes, we are both quite obsessed. This is how this happened. So when I started with my 30-day challenge, it was before I met Rob. So like right before. It wasn't like, yeah, it was right before him. And I started listening to K-Love. And at the time, I don't know if the message was also on or not, probably. But I was listening to K-Love, and I told him about it. And when he's in my car, it's always on. So he's like, what is this? It's cool. And he started listening. And then now, like, you know, it's been a few years now, and he just only listens to worship music too. And honestly, once you start listening to worship music, you can never go back. It's something that happens, and you're like, wow, my ears can't listen to the other stuff anymore. It hurts. Like, I just can't listen to the other stuff anymore. Not that there's anything wrong with, like, I mean, there's something out there that's just, some music out there is not for me at all. But like country music, for example, it's okay, but I'm just not, like, I'm not gonna sit there and listen to like a love song or something. Like, I don't know, I'm not a teenager, so not to not to knock it or anything. It's cool, but I'm married with kids, so past the whole like, oh my god, I'm in love. I love my husband, but you don't listen to that anymore, I guess, when you're married. I don't know. But anyways, I love worship music, and it's just what my ears want to listen to at all times. It makes me happy. Consuming Fire. Yes. Oh, I love that. Consuming Fire. Yes. That is a good song. So, what else? Who else out there listens to worship music? And tell me your favorite. Yeah, I have no taste for secular music either. I don't like it at all. It's just not for me anymore. So, anybody else that has a question, or just tell me what your favorite worship music is. Share with everybody, because everybody's asking, you know, what my favorite is and what do I listen to and where do I get it. So I just go to YouTube, and like, let's say for example here is like YouTube, and I just go worship music, and I just, you know, put that in there, and Elevation Worship comes on, and I go from there. And it goes on and like it's on repeat. My husband is sane, Newsboys, Mercy Me, Jeremy Camp. Yes, those are my favorite too. We're both like in love with the same things, I guess, because we're in love. Hi, babes. So, yeah. Rachel, Matthew Smith, Incredible Grace. Okay. All right. So you're like the old stuff. That's cool. I like it. Oldie but goodie. I love it. Yeah, I want you guys to listen to this one. This is really good. There is a sentence in here that I just like, I'm obsessed with it. It's so cool. So this song is talking about how God have like done things in your life, and you're absolutely trusting him that he will do it again. Like, you've seen God move mountains for you, and you 100% believe that he will do it again for you. That is just, to me, that's amazing. Like, I've seen you move the mountains, and I believe I'll see you do it again. You made a way where there was no way, and I believe I'll see you do it again. I love it. I love it. I love it. I can listen to this song all day long. It's amazing. Yeah. No, I mean, yeah, Rachel, I know music is updated, but yeah, I know, but that's okay. If you like that kind of music, then that's fine. I mean, as long as you're worshiping Jesus and you have that in the back of your mind when you're worshiping, not just like you're not thinking about like dinner while you're singing, you're good. You have never failed me yet. Like, I just, it's so amazing. I love it. I love it. I love it. The promise still stands. Great is your faithfulness, faithfulness. I'm still in your hands. This is my confidence. You've never failed me yet. You've never failed me yet. It's amazing. Isn't it amazing? God is so good. Oh, he is so good. I know the night won't last. Your word will come to pass. My heart will sing your praise again. Isn't that so cool? Like, it's so beautiful, and the atmosphere is so peaceful and it's so amazing. You just like sit there and you listen to it. I love it. It's called Do It Again by Elevation Worship. So if you want to put it on, you can just, it's amazing. Rob is saying the girls heard me sing and they ran over to watch. That's so cute. Oh man, it's amazing. Here, this is the part I love. Promise still stands. Great is your faithfulness, faithfulness. I'm still in your hands. This is my confidence. You've never failed me. The promise still stands. Here is your faithfulness, faithfulness. I'm still in your hands. This is my confidence. You've never failed me yet. You've never failed me. He never did. Not once. He never did. Listen to this song. Listen to this part. Come on. Get in the mood. Come on. Let's sing. Come on. Let's worship. Yes. Yes, Jesus. Woo. Yes. Can you hear it? Can you hear it? Look at this. Look at this. Just put a smile on your face. Yes, Jesus. I've seen you. You move the mountains, and I believe I'll see you do it again. You made a way where there was no way, and I believe have seen you move the mountains for me, and I believe I will see you do it again. Just, this is conviction. This is when you're just determined. You're like, I'm not letting go of you, Jesus. I'm not. Whatever happens, I'm not letting go, because I know without you, I cannot do this. I just cannot do this. So with you, I can do everything. And with you, I'm able. And with you, I'm capable. And I know you're going to move mountains for me. I'm not letting go. I'm not letting go. I have seen how good you are to me. And I know you're going to still be good to me no matter what, because you love me. I am your child. You will never let go of me, because I am your daughter. I'm your queen. I'm your daughter. Like, he gave me that glory. He gave me that love. He will never let go. He will never let go. This is your Father. He will never let go of you. Never. Oh, great is your faithfulness. Jeez. Whew. In your hands, this is my confidence. You've never failed me. You've never failed me. I speak from experience when I say this. You've never failed me. Gosh, if you know my story from how I moved from Egypt to here, and to just be sitting in front of you, I'm telling you, you have never failed me. You've never failed me. If you did, I wouldn't be standing in front of you. I would be sitting here doing live. I wouldn't be here. I'm speaking from experience. I'm telling you, he never failed, and he will never fail you if you would just let go and completely be surrendered. Completely, 100%. Whatever happens, you're in. You're in this. You'll never go back. Never going back. This is when he moves mountains for you. When you are committed 100%. Never. You've never failed me yet. You've never failed me yet. This is when you know. This is when you know. Oof. When you sing from experience, guys, this is what I was talking about in the beginning. When you sing from experience, when you're worshiping from experience, the words come to life in a different way. You start getting emotional. Things happen, and you will see Jesus speak to you through the words, even though you've sang it 1,000 times, but you will see it come and just grab your heart even more, and you will see the song just transform things in your life. It's insane. It is insane. Worshiping, when it's done right, when it's all in, it moves mountains for you. I'm telling you, it moves mountains. I have sang this song in front of things, in front of people. In my mind, I'm saying the mountains will move. In my mind, I would say, I have seen you, Jesus, move mountains. I know you'll move that mountains in that person. I know that. And I have sang it, and I have seen change in people. You have no idea. You have got to say that. You have to be just 100% believer. You believe that this will happen. You got it, God. You got it. You got this. But I am going to sing it till the mountains move. And he says it. He said it all the time. He says it. Just keep singing, keep praying till the mountains move. Don't give up. Don't you give up on yourself or on God. Ever, ever, ever. Keep worshiping, keep praising, keep just moving mountains. Run around your house singing, because that's what I do. I run around my house singing and praising God, and I see mountains move in his name. I always do. Always, always, always. And it's just a beautiful experience. And there's nothing like this. There's nothing like the atmosphere of music. There's nothing like the atmosphere of worshiping. It's a beautiful thing, but only if it's a positive thing. And that's why I wanted to talk about worshiping today and about positive music, and not just listening to secular music and thinking that that's what's going to make you happy. It really will not. Even if it's a happy song, it'll be momentarily. It'll be just till the song is over, and you would just... But worshiping like this, changes things, it shifts things. It's amazing. Please share this with someone today, because you never know. Maybe they're down. Maybe they need a lift. Maybe they need some praising music to just grab their hearts again and say, come back, come back. I need you to come back to me. Come back to me. And Jesus loves you. And that's how he grabs our hearts. Sometimes with just a worship song, he just goes, I'm getting you back, just with this one song. And when you hear something like that, just uplifting like that, and it says, you know, I will see you move mountains for you, Jesus, just like what you've done before. He will move mountains for you, and you will speak from experience, and you will praise from experience, and that will just, it's amazing. It's amazing. I hope you guys understand what I'm talking about. I hope it's not so like deep, but let me know in the comment section. And if you have any questions, let me know. If you enjoyed this, let me know. And please share it, you know, with someone that you know. You know. And go sing and dance for Jesus, because he loves that. He loves it. He loves when we sing and dance for him and worship him, because we love him. We love him. This is an expression of love. And use your voice. Don't ever keep your voice to yourself. Your voice is a beautiful thing and a beautiful weapon, and it will destroy things. In the name of Jesus, it will just destroy these mountains that are standing in your way today. It will shake things for you. It will open doors for you. I'm telling you, it really does. It really does. Oh, there's so many times where I just go, my gosh, did you really do that? And he really does. He really does. One day I'll share with you all the testimonies that I have, because I write everything down. And it's a beautiful thing. Oh, you're welcome. Somebody's saying thank you for the encouragement. You're welcome. And please share with someone to encourage them. Don't keep this to yourself, because you never know. They might be on the edge. They might be, this is it for them. They might be giving up completely. And this will be the only thing they hear today, that they will just shift things for them. And they might turn on this one song, and that one song will just do that up, from down to up. And that's what worshiping does. That's what true worshiping does. It will transform your life. It really will. So I love Jesus, and I love sharing Jesus with you guys. And you're welcome, Rachel. I love you. I miss you. I hope this answered your question. I really don't know. I don't know everything, guys. I really don't. I just, what God gives me, I give you, because freely given, freely receive, freely given. You just gotta give back. Whatever God give you, you gotta give it back. So if he gives me a word, I give it back, because that's what you're supposed to do. You're not supposed to share it. You're not supposed to keep it to yourself. He speaks to us so we can speak to other people. So we encourage each other, because we are the body of Christ. We're not supposed to just keep it to ourselves. We're supposed to uplift each other, help each other, encourage each other, and help each other out with whatever we got. So this was the word for you today from him, and this is what I've been experiencing, and this is what's been on my heart. So I wanted to give back, and go dance and love on Jesus, and sing for Jesus, and put some worship music on, and just change the atmosphere in your house. And I love you guys, and I will do another video next week. I'm trying to be consistent with this thing. I'm trying. And by the way, it takes a long time and effort to do a video, okay? Especially for a mom. So be patient with me. So I will do this again probably next week. I don't know what works. What works for you guys? Mornings or afternoons or nights? I don't know. Just let me know. Morning good? Or is this time good? I don't know. So let me know what works. And if nights like this work for you, then we'll do nights. And if mornings are better, we'll do mornings. As you know, as much as I can, I will try to see what works. But from here, I'm just gonna, oh, thanks, babe. My husband is watching. He's so cute. Thanks, Gloria. Thanks to everybody that watched and commented and shared. I really appreciate you guys, and I appreciate all your love and support. And I love chatting with you. Okay, this time is good for you. Okay, so we'll keep it. We'll try to keep it nights, because it's also better for me. And any other questions? Anybody else have last minute comments or questions? Leave them, in the comment section. You can't hear me? Oh, I thought you guys can hear me. Can you guys hear me? I hope you can hear me. You listen to Kid Love. That's good. Very good. So I love that. I love hearing your comments, and I love seeing that you guys are communicating back with me, so I'm not talking to myself. So yeah, anyways, I will let you go, and I hope you enjoyed this as much as I did. This is my favorite subject. I love music, so I hope this touched your heart as much as it touched mine. I loved it. So I will talk to you probably next week, and I hope you are blessed. Have a blessed night. Talk with Jesus tonight. Don't forget. And talk to him every morning. And let him just take over. Let him take over. 100% take over. Okay? I love you guys. Oh, hi. Alright. I will see you guys next week. I love you. Bye-bye.